Well, things are heating up for the Fire on the Rock competition dining series.
News 13's Victoria Dunkle is streaming live with a preview of what's on the line. And Vic, there's actually some special judges in this culinary battle.
Yes, they could be you, me, and anyone else who gets a ticket to the event that starts tonight. This is several weeks of dining out, and there are several local chefs who have been chosen to compete. Now, one of them happens to be Stephen Goff, who is the chef here at the King James Public House, which has decided to host us this morning. Good morning, Chef Stephen. How are you?
Good morning, Victoria.
So this is a competition where the rules are it's got to be NC. You are being told you need to use a certain ingredient that's native to North Carolina, made in North Carolina, created here, something like that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you serving up for us this morning?
This morning I got some North Carolina shrimp and then I crusted North Carolina cornmeal. Make a salad with a little Old Fort North Carolina greens, North Carolina carrots. These are all pickles I made last summer from 10 Mile Farms. These are from Jolly Farms, City Bakery sourdough, Hendersonville apples.
Wow.
Local olive oil, Eastern Carolina prosciutto.
Okay, so let's get these fish dancing in that oil there. Tell me, when they came to you and said, hey, you want to be part of this competition, because this is part of the Fire on the Rock Dining Series competition that really goes all across the state and then brings the best of the best together. And they said, hey, do you want to do this? What did you think of this kind of challenge?
Well, it's not really a challenge to me because I use fresh North Carolina products all day, every day.
Oh, so you were like, bring it, I'm ready. So you're just doing this now. Normally you would do this in deep fryer, but you're going to do it like I could do this at home in a simple skillet.
Yep.
Okay, fire it up.
So I just shake a little bit of that off. Make sure and season it. I season anything you fry, saute, you season before you cook it as well as after.
Good tip there for when I try to pull this off at home, or I could just come here and let you do it too. I'm going to grab the finished version of this plate so people can go, wow, I want to be part of this, because guess what? You can be one of the folks who gets to judge a plate that looks this delicious. Chef, this is amazing. We're going to be talking to more of the folks who are connected to this competition dining series, but if you want to get the tickets, the event starts tonight and it goes through the next few weeks here in the Asheville area. Go to WLOS.com, click on news links, we'll get you all set that way. Coming up, more tasty delights that got to be NC. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.
The best chefs Asheville has to offer are going head-to-head in a major competition.
That's right. News 13's Victoria Dunkle is streaming live in Asheville. And Vic, the Fire on the Rock Dining Series actually starts tonight. But there are a few twists, right?
Absolutely. It is a competition, and they're not going to go easy on these chefs. One of the biggest things is that it's a got-to-be NC product competition. So that means there's a secret ingredient that will be revealed to the chefs, and they will have to use it. In fact, I was just talking to Stephen Goff, who is the executive chef here at the King James Public House. Thanks so much for hosting us this morning. You don't compete tonight, but you're coming up in a few weeks.
March 18th is my date, Tuesday.
Okay. So what have they told you about this? I mentioned that there's that twist where they're going to throw a North Carolina ingredient at you. What do you have to do with it?
Anything you want.
Really?
All three courses have to fully incorporate said North Carolina ingredients. So you get something like shrimp, dessert's probably going to be an issue.
Yeah, really. Now, say I threw at you a North Carolina-made prosciutto. That would be kind of easy here, and you've worked with this here.
That would be very easy. I mean, we could candy that. There's all kinds of good things you can do with salt and dessert.
And you've actually done a lot of other treatments of these. These are beets, right?
These are radishes.
Those are the radishes you were telling me about. Okay. And you pickled those?
I pickled those. These are farm fresh this summer. I pickled them to preserve the bounty.
Okay, let's talk quickly about another twist that you get. This is your kitchen. This is your turf. The competition, you arrive at 11 o'clock at the Lion Crest restaurant over on Biltmore Estate. That's not your turf. That's not where you're comfortable, right? How do you get around that?
You just make do. Yeah, you practice in other people's kitchens sometimes. I've worked in a lot of different restaurants, so I'm kind of used to flipping around, do special events. It's just like doing a special event. You just better make sure you calibrate those ovens when you get there, check everything, and know how it's going to roll.
Because this is serious. I mean, they get it there at 11 o'clock in the morning. The surprise ingredient is given to them. They have to have their menu set in less than an hour. And then they're serving 300 people in about 6 hours from that point. 3 courses. So if you want to be one of those people, because that's how you get to judge this, go to our website, WLOS.com, click on news links. We'll get you all set. Reporting live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.
The best chefs Asheville has to offer are going head-to-head in a major competition.
News 13's Victoria Dunkle is streaming live in Asheville. And Victoria, the Fire on the Rock Dining Series actually starts tonight with a few twists.
Yes, and I know, Holly and Evan, you are as much as foodies as I am, and this is a great opportunity for all of us. Everyone who's watching can be one of the judges. Judges of chefs like Stephen Goff here at the King James Roundtable. Now, you're not competing tonight, but you are part of the team that is going to be competing. You've been chosen. How did they come up with the choices for this competition?
We all sent in applications, and they just picked, I guess,
the top of the top. I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen the lineup. It is impressive. We are blessed with some really great culinary talent here, but here's the thing. They're going to throw you a curveball, and you only have not even a full day to pull off this whole menu. What is it that you're facing when you do take on the challenge?
Time constraints, equipment constraints, and thought constraints. You really have 30 minutes to come up with all of these dishes exactly how you want them to be.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. I mean, as a chef, you're coming up with a new menu all the time. You're looking for new items each day. But how is this different? Because normally you're going with things you know, right? And you're...
Well, a lot of times you can utilize a product a couple different ways. In your restaurant that you already have, you might already have it processed a little bit. Here, you're starting all the prep for one thing all day, actually for 3 plates worth of things.
Now, you're not a stranger to this, though, because you're taking some North Carolina-made items, which, by the way, the surprise ingredient is something from North Carolina, and already transforming them, like this vinegar we were tasting earlier. That's being made from...
Cheerwine vinegar.
So you think, you're used to working with what North Carolina has to offer?
Oh, I'm definitely accustomed to working with what North Carolina has to offer.
And that is exactly what you can expect, that when they get the little curveball thrown their way at 11 o'clock on the morning of their competition, they have to have the menu in place less than an hour later, and then they're serving 300 plated items, 3-course meal, to the guests that evening. You want to be one of the guests? Because you also get to be the judge. Go to our website, WLOS.com, click on the news link site, and you'll be all set to get your tickets to the Fire on the Rock Competition Dining Series, Got to Be NC. Reporting live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.
And fans of food are in for a treat when they become the judges in a special culinary battle.
News 13's Victoria Dunkle is streaming live in Asheville. Vic, you mentioned that Holly and I are both foodies, so I know you're planning on bringing back everything that was made there this morning to the studio, right?
I wish I could, but then that may sway you if you get to be a judge at the Competition Dining Series, which starts tonight. We wouldn't want to throw you in any one way or another because we want it to be all fair. I mean, I'm here with David Holland from Downtown Welcome Table and Jimmy Crippen, who is the mastermind behind this Fire on the Rock Competition Dining Series. This is a Got to Be NC event. Explain what that means quickly, because they're asking if I'm going to bring back some food, but if they are going to be the judges, we don't want to, skew it, do we?
No, absolutely not. That's half the fun of the whole thing. You don't know what you're going to get when you get there. Got to Be NC is part of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture, and it brings together the chefs, the farmers, and the diners all together. What you see here on the plate that Stephen so lovely put together, that's what it does. It showcases the chefs and the farmers that we have here. So Southern Foods has been a big part of putting this together, impacting people's lives for good, and sharing your passion is their motto, and bringing together someone like David here with the welcome table is exactly what we like to do. And
that's what's going to happen. A portion of all the ticket sales for this competition series, which starts tonight and goes for the next several weeks here, are going to go to help feed people at your downtown welcome table. Tell me how that works.
Well, absolutely. And we have a community meal, and once a week on Wednesday, and people come from all over the community, sit down at a table together, family style, and share their thoughts and have a meal. And we're very thankful for the Southern Foods and Jimmy, who brought us into this and is going to give us a donation from this to help our community meal and the people in need. So
this is a pretty impressive community meal. We're talking a local restaurant. They team up all around and bring in a full, wonderful meal that is shared with people. And also, you get to be part of this. It's very exciting. The competition starts tonight. It's at the Lion Crest at Biltmore Estate. And what you need to do is go to our website, WLOS.com. When you get there, click on news links. That's how you can get the tickets. That's how you can find out which night the competition is happening, when you will be able to make it work with your schedule as a judge, or every night. And it is really seriously showcasing some of the most talented people in our community with an impact to change lives. Reporting live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.